Arvell, a lot of people projecting that you're going to go second overall to the Jets. What have your interactions been like with New York so far?
My interactions with New York been good. I like everybody there. I did a 30 visit there. It went well. That's a good organization.
What have your impressions been on Aaron Glenn?
I think Aaron Glenn is real serious about what he want to accomplish and what he want to do with the Jets. When I sat down and talked to him, he broke it down to me and told me, I'm one of those guys he think can fit into that narrative of what he want to do with the Jets. So yeah.
Why do you think you can be the best at your position in the NFL?
I think I play with relentless effort, and I'm violent. I play fast.
What has this week been like for you? What did you learn about yourself in the pre-draft process so far?
This week right here, it really just started. We got here yesterday, so it ain't really hit me yet. And then pre-draft process just been, just working out, conditioning, staying in shape, just making sure I'm ready for rookie minicamp.
What do you want people to know about you?
I don't know. Whatever they know is what they know. I don't know. I'm not answer that. Yeah.
Just getting started, understand how defenses and offenses and different schemes and stuff like that. So, man, I'm eager to just learn more.
A lot of people had you projected higher, but what were your interactions with the Titans like, and what did you think about Robert Saleh and his defense?
Yeah, I know. I enjoyed my Titans visit a lot. I enjoyed talking with the DC and the position coach. Man, it was a great visit, man. Extremely personal people in the building, determined people in the building, and it was an overall great experience.
If that was the fit, you think you could be a pretty good fit as kind of the lead edge rusher in that defense?
Yeah, 100%. Man, I'll be looking forward to just getting with the D-line that's already there and leaning on the vets for their expertise and their experience and helping me help them. So, yeah.
Last thing, what's it going to be like when you hear your name called and you get that bro hug tomorrow night?
Man, I don't really know, man. It's just going to be – I'm just going to be excited, man. It's just pure joy, really just pure joy. So, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
If you could go highest to your chest, what would that mean to get your name called there?
Oh, I mean, I'd be extremely grateful. Again, I feel like it doesn't really matter. It's particularly about the organization, but what about how I'm going to come in? But again, if I get picked number two overall, obviously it'll be huge for me. So
it's been a long 4-month process. What's been the toughest part of this whole process? The combine, the training, just getting ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, I think the toughest part is the type of training that we did. We was obviously everybody's extremely focused on putting out the best results and times at the combine. But that kind of deterred me from the normal type of football training that we were doing. So just getting back into shape, and then also taking the visits and having kind of inconsistent training schedule, and being sure that I'm able to just get any type of training in at any time. What I'm saying. So that's probably been the most difficult.
What's the next 36 hours look like for you leading up to 8 o'clock tomorrow night?
Just having fun with the guys, having fun with my family, and then also my friends that are coming in, and just really just enjoying it, man. Just being present. It's obviously gonna go by fast, within a blink of an eye, I'm gonna be wherever I'm at the next team. So just really just taking it all in, man.
So much talk right now. Do you have any idea where you think you're going tomorrow night?
Not really, man. I feel like a lot of people have told me anything can happen on draft night. So I'm not. I mean, obviously I've heard of the mock drafts and where people are placing me at, but obviously I'm aware that anything can happen. But more importantly, it's just enjoying this experience. So
What have your interactions been like with the Jets?
It's been good, man. I've talked with Monty on the phone a couple of times. Obviously, they canceled my 30 visit, so I wasn't able to get around the facility and kind of have an in-depth conversation with all the staff and everything. But I had a great interaction with them at the combine, and then obviously whatever FaceTime calls we've been having. So,
if you were picked to be on the Jets, how do you think you fit in with that team?
I think I fit in great. I mean, I think it'd be a great scheme for me. I'd be open to learning whatever position that they need me to play. I think I'm going to bring a versatile skill set. So, I'm just open to anything.
What are your thoughts on playing in New York in the Big Apple under those bright lights?
Yeah, I mean, I've never really even been. I've been in New York for Syracuse game. That's really it. So I haven't really been. That's really. It's not the same. It's not the same. So I don't really know what to expect, man. I've heard people tell me this and that, but it's obviously going to be something that I have to get an experience for myself.
Of course, I feel like we're getting there. I feel like every running back that's been drafted in the first round and did great. So. That's a great track record for running backs. We're making a difference as we always have. People just haven't seen it. Sorry. People just haven't seen it as much in the past. But now I think that a lot of guys are coming around to realizing the importance of having a good running back on your team. And Saquon, Bijan, Ashton, all those guys have done a great job making sure that people know that.
You are a guy that had a 4.0 going into Notre Dame. So I want you to speak to the young kids that aspire to be like you, aspire the position, and someone left their glasses, aspire to be like you. Tell them a little bit of something about how important it is for the academic, please.
Academics are probably the most important thing coming out of high school, you know. I wouldn't have been able to get into Notre Dame if I didn't have the grades that I needed to have. And then once I got to Notre Dame, if I didn't have the smarts that I had or the dedication to put the work in my classes, I never would have got through Notre Dame. So academics are very important. No team wants a guy that's going to be struggling in the classroom and that'll interfere with their time on the field. So academics, you got to make sure you take care of those things. Whether you like them or not, just something you got to do. Me, I loved school. In high school, it was very easy for me because my teachers did a great job just making sure I understood everything. But academics are very crucial to you having success in college. And then after that as well, you want to get your degree.
But you also made it a competitive thing. Like you found competition within the academics.
Oh yeah. I found a lot of competition. You know, I never wanted to be that guy where a guy's asking, oh, what's your grades in this class like, or what are you? How good are you doing? What's your GPA? I would never want to say, oh, my GPA is a 2.1 or 2.5, which ain't bad, you know. Some people don't like school, which is okay. You don't got to get, you know, straight A's to have a successful life, a successful career, but you got to make sure you're doing good by yourself. And doing good by me was making straight A's, 4.0. I think I had a 4.1 actually.
Definitely 4.
But yeah.
Jeremiah, you had a lot of visits. You had a lot of visits. I'm from Washington. Did anything of Washington stick out that you remember? I know you have a lot to remember from, but anything stick out in Washington, D.C.? Or Ashburn, actually, Virginia?
I didn't actually go to Washington, D.C. Yeah. I don't know where I was, but it wasn't.
Ashburn, Virginia, yeah, I know. So Ashburn, the facility out there.
It was nice. It was really nice. The facility is small, but everything you need is within reach. So I like their facility. The coaching staff was very great. It was like a more of a family type fit there. You know, they took us to Top Golf the first night we got there. Got to learn how to golf. I'm terrible at golf, but I got a few private little private lessons for free. But I mean, Washington was great. You know, I got to meet some great guys. Got to talk to some great coaches. Got to talk to a great owner, and man, I'd be blessed to go there. That's all I gotta say. I feel like me and Jay Daniels would be a very good duo. You know, he's obviously Jay Daniels, and I would help him be a better version of himself. You know, taking some load off of him. But Washington is great. You know, I'd be blessed to go there.
Jeremiah, you're obviously a big anime guy. Hate to put you on the spot here. Can you give us your top 5 anime?
Top 5 anime right now. Well, number 1 for me is Jujutsu Kaisen. Number 2, right now will probably be. It's a good one. So a lot of anime just came out this past season. So we had Jujutsu Kaisen being updated every week. We had Fire Force. We had what else did we have? That time I reincarnated slime just started being re-updated. But top 5, Jujutsu Kaisen. Number 2 probably be Naruto. Number 3 probably be 7 Deadly Sins. Number 4 probably Hunter x Hunter. And number 5, I don't know. Probably Black Clover or something like that. Or Demon Slayer. I forgot Demon Slayer. See, it's hard to create a top 5 list. There's so many great animes out there. It's too many. But I'll just give you a top one. Jujutsu Kaisen is number 1 for me. Primarily because I love Gojo. He's my favorite character. So, yeah.
Any character you think would make the best football player?
Gojo. You can't touch him. You literally can't touch him unless, you can break through his infinity. But not many people can do that. You can't touch somebody. How you gonna tackle them?
That's a good question.
Apologize if you've already been asked this, but going through this entire draft process, what's this whole experience been like for you?
It's been great. I've been enjoying this whole experience. I've got to meet some great coaches, got to go to some great organizations, great cities as well, and I'm here with a bunch of other great players. So being able to be around, this type of stuff, these type of people, and have the impact that I have, it's been great.
When did you first realize that you had the talent to be an NFL player?
I never really thought about going to NFL. Growing up, everybody talked about the NFL, that's the pinnacle of football. But to me, I was just in the moment, I played football because I loved it, not because, I wanted to make it a career or anything like that. It was just something I did at the time. And throughout time, growing up, the love for football stuck with me. In high school, I wanted to go to a great college. Found out about Notre Dame, went there. In Notre Dame, I wanted to have a great career in Notre Dame. Got to know a little bit more about the NFL, and I had a great coach named Coach McCullough, Dylan McCullough, who made sure that I was doing the things that I needed to do to show the NFL scouts that I could be a potential first-round pick or a great player in the NFL. And he set that up without me even knowing, I'm just going about my day-to-day, and, he's making me do things that I don't even know that is as important as they are. And it was because of him, I got to showcase a lot of my skills early on. I played a lot of special teams my freshman year. And then my sophomore year, he made sure I was very involved in the passing game, run game, blocking game, making sure I'm getting everything on film to set me up to be an every down back, which teams know that I am now. But didn't really realize I would be going to the NFL until very recently, because I always just live in a moment, I'm focused on being a better version of myself every day. And better version of myself tomorrow, I'll be in the NFL.
Do you have any idea of where you might go tomorrow night?
Nah, I got just.
What do you think?
That's a good question. It's a blessing, so I'm going to take it as such. But
What have your overall thoughts on the Jets been so far? And how were your meetings with them, if you had any?
Yeah, SJ, the receiver coach, real cool. We sat there and talked for our meeting, and then I came back in there after we was all done for the day. So very, very cool dude. And SJ, I was watching some Garrett Wilson tape. He's an amazing player, so definitely like the Jets. And Aaron Glenn, we had a nice conversation too. Very cool dude.
What do you think you could add to that team if you're picked to go there?
Yeah, they have a great receiver room. You also got Adonai Mitchell, who's a great player. I really loved him at a college out of Texas. So, yeah, definitely just have probably the best receiver room in the league, to be honest with you.
What are your thoughts on playing in New York? Have you ever experienced New York City and playing under those bright lights?
Isn't it Jersey, technically?
Technically, yes, it is Jersey. I am from there, so I would agree with you, yes, Jersey. But New York fans.
It'd be amazing. I've never really been to the East Coast until I took these top 30 visits, but I kind of liked it. It was pretty cool.
I'm just a super competitor. So whether it's Uno, ping pong, pool. I lost my dad to pool yesterday, so that was a tough feeling. I might have to go back and work on it before I play him again. But
why is it important for you to be here and be a part of this?
Yeah, I mean, this is a surreal moment. I mean, you only go through this one time, and it's a great opportunity to be out here and a great opportunity to give back to the kids.
Caleb, what separates you from all the other players in this draft at your position?
Yeah, I would just say my mind, being able to articulate and communicate everything that I need to, combined with the athleticism that I have, and then just being a playmaker.
Do you look at the mock drafts where you might go, or is that something you don't pay attention to?
You can't really pay attention to it, honestly. There's not much. You can't control it. So really, if it's out of your control, what are you really paying attention to? You can't really worry about it. And at the end of the day, everything's going to show up tomorrow, and that's all that really matters.
I know you've probably been asked this a million times, but what does it mean to you to be here with 4 other teammates and possibly having 4 of you guys go in the top 10?
Yeah, it's an awesome feeling, knowing that you put in the work with people, and it showed up in a lot of ways, and it's a blessed feeling to be a part of this with your friends and people that you want to see win.
What did it mean to you to be an Ohio State Buckeye?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the winning tradition they have, it's an awesome thing, and I see myself as somebody that's going to win at a high level in everything that I do, so it's a great tradition to be a part of.
Caleb, what if...
Sean Taylor?
Ed Reed.
Ed Reed or Troy Polamalu?
It's a difficult one. Their games is very different, but I'm going to say Ed Reed.
Thank you.
Caleb, what were your overall impressions of the Giants?
Yeah, I really like their head coach and their whole staff. It was great to meet everybody. I liked everything that they brought apart, and it was great to have a conversation with everybody there.
What do you think makes you stand out in your position that you could take to the next level in the league?
Yeah, I would just say my mind and being able to articulate and communicate everything that I need to on the field with the athleticism that I have to go out and make every play that I need to.
You've obviously played under bright lights, but what do you think it would mean to you to play in New York in the top market in the country?
Yeah, it would be a blessed feeling, especially because my dad went there and he got drafted there. It would be awesome. But, I mean, it would just be another challenge.
Anybody on the teams that you know or could talk to about it?
I just talked to Cam Scatterby yesterday for a couple of minutes, so, yeah, that was cool.
What do you think he's been able to do? What do you think about his run that he had?
Yeah, I mean, he was great in college and watching him in the playoffs 2 years ago, and then he continued it on for his rookie year.
How do you make sure that in this moment and this week leading up to it, you're soaking everything in so when your name is called tomorrow, you can actually take the moment?
Yeah, I would just say The power of today, living in the moment, being excited for where you're at, and finding ways to be present.
Whatever team you do end up going to, what do you want the fans to know about you and the player they're getting?
Great person, great man of faith to be around the community, to be around the facility. I feel like that's the biggest thing, honestly. Not necessarily anything on the field, just man of faith, good intentions and everything like that. But also person on the field that can make every play that he needs to.
Something riding on whose name gets called?
No, nothing riding on. Just super excited for each other. Excited to hear all of our names called and just ready to get to work.
Sonny, what have your overall impressions been of the Giants?
Coach Harbaugh is awesome. They got a great organization. I think that was a great hire. So, be honored to be able to play for them. Especially I just got a lot of respect for Coach Harbaugh, position coach, Coach Bush, obviously the DC. Just the whole staff. They're awesome. Obviously the Giants is such a big brand. They have a lot of history of being a great team. I'm sure Coach Harbaugh is going to get them back there.
What do you think you could add to that team if you're drafted there?
I think it starts with the person you bring in the locker room. You bring in a good person, a reliable guy who loves his teammates, who's going to show up and do the right things each and every day. Then a guy that just loves football junkie. I'm obsessed with it, obsessed with getting better, obsessed with winning. And I think you need those kind of people in the building. And then obviously from the football aspect of it, I think I'm a versatile player. I think I can do a lot of things on the in between the lines. So I think I can add a lot of value to a defense.